Right, hello, folks. How are we doing? How are we doing? It is boiling hot. It is like 27 degrees in here, as per usual, because I've just been doing a bunch of printing for a client. But that's all done now. I think Hans can hear me. Hans.
I can hear you.
There we go. And we've even got him on screen for once.
I think I'm kind of sideways.
You're sideways on Discord, but you're not sideways on stream.
Oh, nice.
It's alright. Hey Strawdog, hey Steve, hey Thomas, hey Jormungand. Jake, I get the impression that Jormungand is most of your audience. No, he's not. He's one of my favorite audience members. Just don't tell him that. But he's not most of my audience. Most of my audience is all of Brisket's alt accounts that he uses to spoof my numbers. Hey Jack, how you doing? Hans is audible today. Nice. Yes. So, luckily, well, not luckily, I am going to be using the, I'm not using my normal microphone, my normal lapel mic. I'm just going to be using my earphone mics. Just because last time Discord was being a pain and constantly tried to switch my audio devices between my earphones and my lapel mic. So we're just running the one mic today. Hopefully it sounds alright. I don't know if it's going to sound worse or better, but it's just how we're going to have to run things until we can find a better solution than Discord. So yeah. Right, so plans for today. Hans, take it away.
I mean, my day was kind of okay. I went through all the screws that we put into the extrusions last stream. So they are full of Loctite now. I never want to retighten them again. So I had some, pre-stream fun.
Yeah,
I really hope that I still have some Loctite.
Yeah, you've done more than I have. I literally have not moved anything from last time we streamed. So pretty much everything that was left on stream last time is still as it was. Awesome. So, have you managed to get all of the corner connectors all built up?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So,
yeah.
Next thing we need to do is I think we need to get the Y-axis motor mount and Y-axis motor all set up. Jormungand, are you here? Who's going to set a timer? Oh no. Is that you volunteering, Thomas? I think that's Thomas is volunteering. Right, so I think the Y-axis motor mount is just the M5 heat insert. So it's just 4 M5 heated inserts. Right. What's everyone up to today? I have spent the last, well, other than getting set up for stream, I've spent the last 2 hours trying to get a normal non-3D printer to work because HP is a bunch of cunts. And they don't know how to make devices that aren't horrible to use. Looks like Thomas has started the timer. What have you been up to today, Hans?
I mean, mostly getting everything charged up, because last stream everything went out of charge. I know my first phone was dead, so I switched to the second one. One of my earphones were dead, so I charged that up too. And the softbox or soft light was dead too, so I needed to charge that up too. Other than that, just cleaned my kitchen and went to university. So not a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I don't get how streamers like. I look at Nero and he manages to do so much during the day. I don't get it. Like, I literally wake up, try and get as much done, and by the time I go to sleep, nothing's been done. I picked up some aluminium and cut some supply near me. Ooh, where's near you? Where's near you? Because if it's in the UK, I'm telling you now, you spend at least 300 quid. This aluminium is expensive here. For no goddamn reason. Ottawa. Oh, you're Canada. Cool. Is Ottawa Canada? I think it's Canada. He doesn't have a daily job. This is true. This is true. Well, he does have a daily job. It's just that his daily job is being on stream. Or it was before the whole the new viewership apocalypse has happened. restricted mode apocalypse. Yeah. Awesome. What size screws do we need?
To be honest,
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say, to be honest, on the aluminum prices, I'm not sure how EBL is doing it, but like every time I looked on EBL, the prices were cheaper than in Hungary. So I was like, wait, what?
It's probably because it's off-cut.
Cheaper for me. I mean, not just the Restposten stock, but like the normal stock too. And I was like, what? In Hungary, sometimes they want to charge like 200 euros to deliver it. On eBay, I think on my 40 kilogram order, they charge me like, I think around 30 euros. Well, not 30, 50 euros.
It might have something to do with domestic. Like, if you're just sending it through the postal service, a lot of the time you can charge domestic prices for it. It's not too bad. Sometimes when you're working with delivery companies as a business, they want a minimum, basically a minimum profit. So, like, I remember when we were setting up a DMS, some of the places were asking for like a bag of inserts. Were asking us to pay 20 quid shipping for something that weighed less than 100 grams, which is ridiculous. So we ended up just using the Royal Mail, and I just go to the post office and post them all from the Royal Mail. So yeah, it kind of makes sense.
It's pretty interesting because like EBL is not sending it through the postal service. They are using, I think, a random delivery companies usually, because like sometimes it's UPS, sometimes it's the DHL, so it's all around the place.
Yeah, it's basically whatever's cheapest at the time, or sometimes people just select. They just select what delivery service they want. Right. So we need M5x60s for this next bit. And you'll also need your, not collet, your coupler. One of the couplers.
Give me a second, I'm still doing the heated inserts.
No worries. No worries. I'm just telling you so that you can get it all prepped when you're not doing heated inserts. Not all of life is about heated inserts, Hans. You gotta step away. This is becoming an obsession.
I mean, they take a little bit longer when you have the M4 heated insert, like little tip on your soldering iron for the M5s. I'm lazy to change them. I literally use the M4 ones for every insert.
Yeah. Jack Landry, you mentioned using tool plate for the 3 plates for V1.6. Hard to get around here, and only mic 6, which is expensive. Can flat stock be used and mill it face? Yeah, you can mill it to face. It's just that you don't have to do that if it's precision ground stock that you're working from. If you have 10mm plate and the thing that you're making is 10mm, if it's the cast iron stuff that normally gets Blanchard ground, which is a really, really flat aluminium piece, creates a really, really flat and parallel part, then all you need to do is do all the features and you don't need to do any facing operations, and the part comes out fine. If you don't have access to that, just get slightly bigger stock, like 12mm stock, and face both sides. As long as you trust your machine, it's one of those things that you can shim it in place if you really need to. It doesn't need to be that precise either. As long as all the hole locations are in the right places, everything's fine. Hey, Jose. When are the carriages fitted to the rails? The assembly looks blocked both ends. Slide them on. Depends on when you're doing it. What machine you're building. If you're building a Miley, it's slightly different to a Milo, but you just take this piece off. That's why we didn't secure this down last stream. They're only held on quite lightly, and that's just so that we can do rail positioning. The whole point of having this on here means that we didn't have to measure anything. It was literally put this on, don't tighten it up, put the rail on, and then you can use the rails to index the position of these extrusions here. So once this is all built, We take this piece back off, we get the plate ready, we slide the plate on. Bingo, bango, bongo. Jack Landry, cool. Yeah. If
By the way,
use
just as
what
a
you can get.
showpiece,
Go ahead.
they really make these cast aluminum plates like really, really flat. Like I think they told me at eBay that this is like 0.4 array or something. It's really shiny.
Yeah, it's planetary ground. It's basically two radial discs that get pressed, one from the bottom, one from the top. And that's how they managed to do it. It's two abrasive discs, and it's really, really good. It's a really, really efficient way. It's cheap. You can't really do it on steel, as far as I know. I might be completely wrong there. I've never seen it done on steel. But then again, a normal surface grinder will do fine with steel. Right, you all caught up with those heat inserts?
Yes.
Awesome. So you're going to need a coupler. You're going to need 4 M5x60s. And then I think 2 M5x12 bottom head catch screws. And you're going to need one of the 2 chunkier motors. So if you didn't know, if this is the first time having this explained, just to save cost a little bit, there are 2 size motors in the kit. The X-axis has the smaller motor, and the Y and Z axis have the bigger motors. So the reason the X-axis has the smallest motor is because it's the one that has to move for the least amount of weight. And you can save like $12, and little things like that do add up. And you'll be limited to the speed of the Y-axis anyway, so you might as well lower the size of the X-axis one. Audio is getting real choppy for me now. Is it my audio or is it Hans's audio? Because Hans's audio was acting up earlier.
Is it my voice or Dick's voice?
Me too, hard to follow. It's mine. Don't know what to do there. You've got a connection to you both. Is that any better? Is that any better at all, or Hans's audio is fine today?
Oh, that's nice.
See, this is why I normally have a lapel mic, because my earphones have done this in the past. Is that any better on my audio, now that I have both earphones in?
I mean, I don't know what you did, Jake, but on Discord it got better.
On Discord it got better, okay. I don't know. Right. So yeah, you're going to need one of the bigger Y motors, and just do what you would normally do. Stick the coupler on one end, loosen the other end up. Do we need another timer? I am new to this job. Only if you feel like it. Only if you feel like it. So a big difference between V2 and V1.5 is I've tried very hard to make pretty much every single heat insert that sees a major amount of load pull through. So most of the inserts are now pull through rather than push. Right. Now, Hans, you're not going with a typical Casa build, are you? No. So it's up to you which direction you have the cable going out. If you're building a typical Casa build, whatever side your electronics box is going to be, because Casa's interchangeable, You just need to mirror the parts. So you can either have it on your left or your right. Whatever side your electronics box is, that's the side that you want the cable going out of. Well, most likely will be.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really know which side it will be, so I'll just have it, come out on the top.
You do you, man. It's a free country. At least I think Hungary is.
Sort of.
I'm going to be so glad when I finally get this up and running, because the Micron builder's been staring at me this whole time, and I really want to get some work on that. I want to see what the heated bed is like, because I really like the heated beds the PEI sheets that come with the A1 minis. I really like them. So I'm hoping that I've designed a heated bed that works with the Micron that uses those beds. And I want to get it working. I just want a machine again.
By the way, Jack.
Yep.
For your Micron build, the parts you sent to me on Discord got this for that.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So yeah, I don't have to cut my plate up for it.
Did you ever finish those climbing nuts that I sent you?
They are on the way because my Milo is not working right now. I have that one I sent you that was a little bit crooked, but right now my Milo is not really cutting. And it's pretty sad because I'm getting withdrawal symptoms.
What was it? Was it the nuts that gave out? I think we've had a couple of things happen recently where the coolant that people have been using in their machines have started breaking down their 3D printed parts. So that's another reason probably to avoid coolant is your Milo will probably fall apart if it's not the right stuff.
I mean, on my Milo right now, it's me forgetting locking collars for the ball screws, so nothing broke down, actually. And the weird part was when I took it apart and it still had the lead screws on, I was facing some backlash issues and nothing was breaking down. It was just like 2 loose screws.
Hey, looks like
and I was really surprised.
Yeah. Looks like we had a fairly big influx of people, well, a decently sized influx of people just joining the stream. Say hi if you're just joining. It's always nice to have conversations with people. Even if it's just a hi and bye.
And to be honest, by the way, I was really surprised that my Milo didn't have any broken parts. Like, I was abusing it pretty hard.
I've just forgotten something. I've forgotten on order of operations. Have you screwed down your motor yet?
Kind of. Should I unscrew it?
Yeah, unscrew it.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to take the motor off to put some bolts in, because the motor covers up some of the bolts. Unfortunately.
I mean, at least I know that the screws are going in.
Yeah. Unlike yesterday, where we spent like 15 minutes trying to just make one part for you, just get a couple of bolts screwed in. It's fine. It's fine. It's been a while since I built a V2, guys. Give me a break. Give me a break. I have more time improving it than milling. I feel like that's the whole point for some people, is especially Hans, right? Or you like upgrading more than you like actually using the mill, from what it seems.
More like both, you know. I like upgrading so I can make bigger chips when I'm using it, you know.
Yeah. I feel like that's what everyone says. My electronics are still fairly finished. There's an actuator There's an actuator somewhere. So yeah, once you've done taking the motor goes on after this next step. Just two M5x12s, and you're attaching the motor mount to the back of the extrusion. This bit can be a bit of a pain, to be honest. Yep, guilty of that. Upgrading Milo / printers. Yeah. I always get wary about it because we're in a state where, like, the upgrading was cool, and it still is cool. Being able to build your own printer that meets your requirements in your ways is amazing. But it does scare a lot of people off. So I do try and get Milo to be usable, to be at a usable state. If you look at like the V2, the Voron V2.4, and the little the nozzle probe that everyone has in their kits, yeah, no one actually builds it to Voron spec anymore. I don't know a single person who's ever built it to Voron spec, where you actually pull off a piece of an idler pulley, and then use the teeth of the idler pulley into a printed part, and you bend a micro switch. Everyone has the PCB boards nowadays. Everyone has that little PCB to do the nozzle touch off, or they use something like tap or beacon or something like that. I don't ever want to design Milo to a point where people have to do that, because that's their first instinct, is to follow the exact thing that Voron does. But I've said this, I've joked about this before. The rarest thing in the world is a fully stock Voron. I did that when I built mine. Fair enough. I probably spoke out of turn there. Then. When did you build your Voron, though? Did you build it before everyone started making kits for them?
Finally got the motor off. Got the motor off, finally.
Oh, cool. Cool. 2020-ish. It's gone now, though. I installed Tap. How are you enjoying Tap? Tap is another one of those things that came and went and no one really uses anymore, as far as I've seen. I remember Tap was really popular for a bit, and then things like Beacon Contact came along, or the piezo version of the E3 Revo, and Tap kind of disappeared. My Voron started kind of stock, but yeah, this is what I mean. Like, the most stock kits that you can get are from LDO for Vorons. They're pretty much the most stock kits, and even they have like at least 5 mods. Like, most Vorons come with clicky kits, with clicky PCBs, or at least the hardware for clicky. They'll all come with a PCB for the Z micro switch, the one I was talking about earlier. I prefer something that measures the build surface rather than the plate beneath the PEI. That's fair. Does Beacon do that? I thought Beacon only did the steel part of the flex fed. I know it reads magnets. Hey, Frank. Hey, glad you could join, bud. Glad you could join. I know Beacon will read magnets if there's magnets in the way, hence why you need to use you can't use single magnets, you have to use magnetic sheet. so it's at least a consistent magnetic field. I'm running tap on the V2, happy with it. Yeah, I'm sure you like tap's not a bad solution. I went through like 3 tap boards when I tried to install it, and it just frustrated me for a bit. I think it was more frustration than anything, so I stopped using it. And now I have on the Trident, I have a BTT Eddy, but even that's been causing me a few issues. I think I get to a point where I mod something too much, and then the interactions between all the different mods causes me to have issues with it, but yeah. Next project is upgrading to Sylar. Hopefully soon, Linux CNC will have a working config and firmware for Sylar. Nice. Yeah, if you can get a working config going, and have it, and get it to a point where you can get parity in terms of feature set. Is it parity or parity? In terms of feature set with MOS, that would be great. And just like that, it's gone from looking like Thor's hammer to looking like a really chunky version of the Master Sword from Zelda. On guard. The spring seal seat beneath the PI on powder coated plates. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, it's reading the actual powder coat rather than reading the spring steel underneath it. Okay, I get what you mean now. Got to give credit to Milo. The design of Silo is awesome. Yeah. Nine does so much for this project. He honestly does so much for this project. He's slowed down now because baby. But honestly, if it has to do with anything firmware or software wise, that man has probably had his fingers in it. And he's probably done a really good job with it. He's working on a couple of PCBs at the moment. He's working on a CAN board and also a simplified pendant, because Lotto's is working on the normal pendant. The more complicated pendant that we're wanting to do, and that has direct integration into MOS, so you'll be able to do all your probing and stuff from the pendant itself, and also check where all the axes are and run macros and things like that. Basically, like clip a screen on a macro. On a dial thing. Pendant. On a pendant. That's the word I was looking for. But all specifically for MOS. So that's in the works, but he's also a dad and a new dad at the same time. So that's going to take a while to get going. So I asked Nine if he would be fine working on a pendant that was a little bit simpler, where all it had on it was an e-stop, some buttons for increments, a couple of programmable buttons, and then 3 buttons to choose which axis you want to be messing around with at any time. Because most people will want something like that. My monitor's about to turn off. Not anymore. But yeah, who was it on the Discord? Who was it on Discord who gave me the idea for just a simple pendant? Something like the Milo. Yeah, a bit more feature-rich than the Milo pendant. A bit more feature-rich than the Milo pendant, but yeah, effectively, yeah. Also, there is Patreon for MM. Yes, there is. Thank you, Thomas. Yes, if you guys do want to support the project at any time, there is some links down in the description down below to our Patreon and to our PayPal pages. All that money mostly goes directly back into the project. We do end up using it for personal things on occasion, just so that you know. Things like rent, paying bills, stuff like that, whenever it needs to come up. But majority of it does go back into project and buying tools and doing that kind of thing. If you're obviously V2 is fully funded at this point, but if you want to fund for the Atlas, go ahead, and I'd appreciate it all. And whilst we're here, I'd like to remind you that there is a like button, and you should pretend like you hate it and punch it really hard. How are we doing, Hans?
I got a glove because this is killing my hand.
You've got Michael Jackson on us, have you?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh. We need to get you one of these Ryobi screwdrivers, like an electric screwdrivers, because these are really cheap. They're like.
Did you mean this guy?
Is that just a ratcheting one? No, I mean electric one.
This is not a ratcheting one, but this is just like a screwdriver with a tip on. But I have a ratcheting one, but it doesn't fit, so I need to fiddle with that other one.
Fair.
I tried already.
Fair. Whilst you're getting that ready, I'll figure out what hardware we need for the XY plate. What are we doing? I'll definitely need the XY plate by itself. Then we'll need some pins, and we'll need all the good stuff. Oh, that's a point actually. Before we do the plate, we'll need to assemble some anti-backlash nuts. So, anti-backlash nuts first.
Oh, finally, I'm done with it.
Nice. Cool. Grab your printed parts for the anti-backlash nuts. So you'll need 3.
Right.
We might as well assemble all 3 of them now, just in one go. So you'll need 3 of the main bodies, 3 of the plates.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at least I don't need to do one plate because I'm going to use the little stainless steel plate. I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hans was messing around with some stainless on his V1.5 earlier, and he managed to make a stainless steel plate. So one of the plates that comes from the anti-backlash nuts is going to be stainless steel on his machine. It makes no difference. But you know what? I respect the hustle. Whilst we're doing that, we might as well also do the bearing, the heated inserts to the bearing blocks. So we'll have to end up doing them anyway. So the 3 bearing blocks, the 3 bearing blocks, the internal ones, and they have 3 A pieces and 3 B pieces.
I wanted to show off the little, almost finished stainless block too, but I think I lost it.
Every time we get on stream together, you lose some piece of something.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, I don't need to be on stream for that.
This is the guy who does all our media, ladies and gentlemen. He is our community manager. You're the guy who does who gets all the videos prepared and does everything, and then forgets to bring them on stream.
Yeah. But I swear I had it here somewhere, but I don't know where it was.
Awesome.
I think I saw it before. Yeah.
Do you know where the heated inserts go on the AB blocks?
If I had to guess, the M3 ones go on this side.
So there's 4 at the top, 4 at the back, 2 on this side, and then there's an M5 one that goes in here, and that's an optional one though. You don't need to use it. And then on the plate, there's 2 that go on in the back here. So make sure it's the right way around. It's not this side, it's the back side.
Okay, so on the back side, this is the back side. There goes like 4 inserts there, and down there, and down.
the bit that has the lip only has two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they go up and down. If I get one made up, I can show you a little bit better on camera. I just have a pile of inserts on my desk over here. Yeah, it is a bit of a shame. I tried my best to reuse as much hardware as possible, but there are two heated inserts that get used on this one, that get used on each AB block once and then don't get reused. Hey, it has to be a realistic build experience after all. Exactly. Exactly. Have I done a Nero and forgotten to change the latency? Give me 1 second. Can we change the latency whilst we're live? I think we can. What's the M5 for grease point? Yes, yeah. So there are grease nipples that come with the kit. Should you wish to run grease into the rails? Sorry, not the rails, the screws. You can do that. I'm not going to. I'm probably going to pack them with grease once before I commission the machine, and then forget about it.
Four go on the top side, that too. Yeah?
Yeah, four on the top side. You can technically run pipes, run like PTFE tube that pumps oil through the screws every time you use it, and that's the more efficient way of doing it. Most CNC machines run oil, not grease. Grease is great when you don't want to constantly be lubricating it. So for things like 3D printers where you're doing maintenance every like 6 months or whatever, and you don't want to get grease over, you don't want to get oil over everything. That's a great time to use grease. And you can do the same thing on Milo if you want. Grease everything up. Awesome, yeah. So have a look at stream for a second. Hands. So you got 2 at the front, 4 at the top, 4 at the back. What grease do you normally use? I just use a generic lithium grease. I think most Americans can get hold of Ep2. I think that's the standard grease that most Americans use. Can't really get Ep2 here in the UK. You can probably get an equivalent to it. Or white lithium. Basically, it doesn't overly matter that much at hobby level because you're not seeing that much load where a high performance grease would benefit you, especially on a machine like this, which is only 30 kilos versus a mill that's half a ton. So I wouldn't worry too much. Lithium grease is fine. Lithium grease is fine. Ep2 if you've got it, or you can get it. Just if all you can get in your country, if you live in the middle of Africa and all you can get is sunflower oil, it's better than nothing. Like, obviously, please don't put sunflower oil on the Milos, but if all, use what you can get, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I never thought I would hear Milo and sunflower oil in one sentence.
Hey, when I was living in Tanzania, I grew up in Tanzania, I was asking, Tanzania and Kenya, When I was living there, all our knives were covered in sunflower oil. If my granddad's lathe was covered in sunflower oil. I'm not even joking when I say that, because it was the only oil we could get where we lived for so many years. I have access to several grease types, so I will pick the best one for the application. Cool. Cool. I don't know where my other packet of inserts gone, so I'm just going to use another packet of inserts. I'm so rich, I can afford two. I'm not rich. I nearly couldn't pay my bills last night, so... Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I mean, last night I was looking at my Revolut and I was like, wait, where did my money go?
It went towards buying stock, towards buying titanium.
Yes. To be fair, the titanium was the cheapest part of that order. It was just 17 euros for like a meter.
Yeah, but by weight or by volume, was it the cheapest?
I mean, like, it was discounted because, like, it was Rasmussen stock and EBL had, like, an additional discount on it, like summer sale stuff. And I think if I would have bought it regularly, it would have been 70 euros, yeah, something like that. And I got it for 17, yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit cheaper like this.
That's fair. Oh, it's so hot in this room. I may have to go and strip in a second. Just my hoodie. It's not that kind of video. Not that kind of live stream.
Jack, you're getting creative for getting money together for Atlas.
Hey, when you're desperate, when you need CNC really badly in your life, you'll do anything.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the way I got my Milo last year, I'm dumb, in February, was like I ate toast for like a month, something like that. I was like, I'm getting that Milo, and my dad was like, why are you not buying anything like food-wise? I'm like, I'm getting a Milo. I'm not buying anything.
It's fair.
Because at that point, I think it was like already. Yeah, I was already pushing getting a meal for like a year. So I was like, okay, no more like delaying it. I'm getting one now.
Not fair. See, I thought the toast thing was just a joke. Like, I get that you were just cutting your bills down, but I thought the toast bit was a joke. Like, toast every day seems. Oh God. I mean, I used to skip meals to afford stuff for Milo, so I do. Yeah, that makes sense. When I was at university.
Yeah, I mean, the part that helped is the medication I'm taking for ADHD is, cutting my hunger usually. So it wasn't that hard,
Fair. Oh, I forgot to check this. Stream delay, stream settings. I'm on low latency, I'm not on ultra low latency. Could be better. Remind me before we stream next, I need to change it down to ultra low latency.
If I don't forget.
I know it's kind of pointless going from one ADHD guy asking another ADHD guy to remind them of something. But you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised we
It's
get
like when you
anything
ask
done
me
on
to.
Go ahead.
It's like when you asked me to remind you or like bug you with the review of the argumentary carbon. And I forgot about it for a month, and I was like, oh wait, I was supposed to ask you about it.
Yeah. By the time you reminded me, the whole like hype for that printer had been and gone, so
Yeah.
I didn't. Probably wasn't. Time is up. Woo! Does that mean you're going to bed, Thomas? Or you're gonna stick it out with the boys? Did I just mess that up? J'ai besoin d'un clavier. Yeah, they do have them. Huh? I'm confused.
What happened?
Just looking at a... Oh, I know what's happened. I've printed
Don't
the
tell me
CD.
that I need to like take out heated inserts or something.
No. I've printed the CNC Kitchen version of the A side of the bearing blocks. So I'm getting a load of squeeze out because of it. I'm gonna. Yeah, I do my best to stand for Jormungand here. Fair enough. Sleep is overrated. Yes, it is, Straw Dog. Yes, it is. Ever since I started the new job, it's I get home at nearly midnight and I'm still full of energy, so I stay up. I end up staying up like until 4 or 5 a.m. and it's really annoying because by the time I'm awake, I obviously want to do like the normal routine of going to work or whatever, but I still got 2 or 3 hours before my job starts in the evenings. I know that's a really weird thing to complain about. That's like that's the most first world problem you can get. Where are my CNC Kitchen heated inserts? I am gonna have to use them because I don't feel like reprinting. Just for these parts.
To be honest, I agree with sleep being overrated. Like, I got woken up by my cat again at like 5 a.m. and I couldn't sleep till like 6. And I woke up at 7 because I had a university class at 8. So right now I'm running on like 1 monster and 2 returns. So.
I'm surprised it's that little.
Yeah.
There we go. Those are going in a bit better.
By the way, on the plates, do we only need to install like 2 inserts there on the little holes?
Yeah, so the 2 inserts go in the back. So the bit that has the spikes on the front of it, the alignment spikes, right? That's on the other side of that is where you install the inserts.
Okay.
I feel like we've got a lot more done this stream than we did last stream.
Oh, definitely. I feel the same. Though, when you sent me what parts to prepare, I needed to reprint one of these plates because I was searching and I lost another part because I had a normal ABS one like this and I couldn't find it. And I only found this, so I just printed one glass fiber ABS. So it's very pretty.
Oh yeah, don't be alarmed. One of the parts that Hans printed earlier is like a 2-piece, half ABS, half polycarbonate part. So
Yes.
And they're two different colors as well, aren't they? One is like grey and.
Oh yeah, I even have 3 different colors per them.
Oh my god.
Look at this. It looks amazing. There is polycarbonate, ASA, and ABS.
Oh. If the people in the chat don't know, you can actually print ABS and polycarbonate together. They do bond together. Oftentimes, a lot of polycarbonate blends actually have ABS in them. So, if you didn't know that, you know it now. Awesome. Have you done the bearing block assemblies as well?
Only one insert is remaining.
Okay, cool.
And now I'm done with the inserts.
Why was there a magnet in here? There was a magnet in with my bearings. Strange. Right, so just for the people following along, these internal bearing structures, the ones that I'll show up on Fusion now, right? These aren't technically necessary. So if you want to skip them, please feel free to do that. What they are good for is if you decide that you want your machine to go extremely quickly, they're really good at stopping the whip of your screw. And that just means that your machine experiences less awkward forces, less unintended forces over its lifetime. It's probably a good idea to have them installed, even if you're not going above a certain speed, a certain feed rate. But they're up to you. It's up to you to make them. I'm gonna do them here just because we've got the time and we might as well do them. And there's a few things that you need to learn about these, or you need to know about these. They don't need to be a tight fit. There should be a little bit of radial play. Don't need to be much, but there should be a little bit of radial play in them. And they don't need to be extremely tight. They're just there to stop a whip from happening. They don't contribute to the radial accuracy of the screw. The radial accuracy of the screw is done at the axis bearing block rather than the internal bearing block. Hence why we install the bearing in the front bearing block. Remember, one leftover screw can be the start of your next project. That's dangerous thinking. That's dangerous for my wallet.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Stradog, I think after I will replace my Z assembly on my 1.5, I will have so many leftover components that I literally could build another 1.5 because I will have the lead screws mostly. I will have some extrusions, so I'm almost there.
I mean, that's how the Prusa wire got born. Everyone who was upgrading from a Prusa Mark III or Mark IV to a Prusa Core 1, they all had the stand left over, the basically like the Z assembly, the Z gantry or whatever it was, whatever the term for it is. So Ella just decided that she just wanted to Voronize a Mark III, turn a Mark III into a Voron, and it worked.
By the way, Jake.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to start a print because I'm pretty sure I don't have any of these floating bearing blocks, and my Milo will go fast, so it's not really like an option for me to have them. Yeah, 1 second over there.
Oh my god, Hans. Oh my god. Preparation.
I told
people.
you, yeah, I mean, I did preheat my P1 just for, because I knew I forgot something, you know.
It's alright. It just means that you're gonna have to create your own YouTube channel at some stage. Just to catch everyone up on the bits that you missed. M3 by 40s. M3 by 40s.
I mean, to be fair, I do have a YouTube channel that I'm not really using at this point because, like, when you reached out to me and when testing the name for the I was uploading it to my own channel. I was like, let me put it on YouTube too.
Does wiping occur on the ball screws or only on lead screws? What do you mean wiping? What do you mean by wiping?
Whipping, I think he means whipping.
Whipping. It can occur on both. Ball screws more likely. Ball screws more likely because you have to spin the 0802s. You have to spin them faster to be able to get the same feed rate. So there's more likelihood of them causing a bunch of whip. But if you really want to haul ass on the on lead screws, then it'll do the same thing. It's more about the RPM of the screw rather than the feed rate total. I think Hans needs a printer cam. The amount of times he needs to quick print. You know what Hans needs to do? Is he needs to go through the entire print list and make sure that he has everything.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't working from any print list. I was just looking at the model and, like, you know, exporting the files from that. So.
We have a print list for you. Have access to the print list. Everyone has access to the print list.
Yes.
That's not an excuse.
To be honest, no. To be fair, most of the parts were printed like a month and a half ago, and I don't think we had a print list then.
Yes, but we've been planning this stream for how long? Hey, Kirill.
Press it on.
How long have we been planning this? For a long time? So you could check?
I mean, I was sure that I had everything. And I'm pretty sure I had not a lot of parts. The box that I kept the parts in has like a hole on the bottom side of it. So I'm pretty sure if I would have like gone through the floor, I could have found them, maybe.
Folks, he's trying to make excuses, but don't let him. Just don't let him. Just wing it and hope for the best, he says.
I mean, around 30-40 minutes, I should have my floating bearing block.
Okay, so just as we're about to finish the stream, you can continue your build.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll figure something out. You don't necessarily need them. You've got the LDO kit, which is lead screws, isn't it? You can always It's not too difficult to add the screw, like the inline bearing block. So.
Yeah, but I'm lazy.
Says the man who's
I really hate the fact.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says the man who's literally like redesigning and rebuilding the entirety of his 1.5 axis, Z-axis. Oh, I'm lazy. I'm too lazy.
I mean, that's a different thing, Jake. Like, right now, the fact that I forgot the locking colors for the ball screws is bugging me so much because I know I have to take it apart again, and I'm so busy. I'm waiting for their arrival, and I'm not waiting for them at the same time. Like, I don't want to take it apart again, but I want them because, like, I already had like another little funny search for the balls because, like, one of my rear carriages lost like 3 or 4 balls maybe. So yeah, the second time lost.
Oh, that was on your V1.5. Not your.
Oh yeah. Oh no, not the V2. I have too much PTSD from them to not handle the little carriages like they are made from like ceramic or something.
I don't
want to search for balls again. Yeah.
I literally just have a little box for them. Like, they've been chilling up here the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit more smart. I just kept them on the table. I mean, I'm surprised my cat didn't really bother them as much.
Put them in a box so that you don't accidentally knock them off. I feel like Steve. I feel like Steve at the moment. I feel like I'm being the older, responsible one, and that feels weird. I'm gonna
I
be
mean, you
honest
are
with
the older one, so.
Hey, don't accuse me of such things. Don't accuse me of such things. It's just rude. Straw dogs, not enough beard. See, if it's a beard off that we're having, then Hans is older than me. That's how we do age. Right.
I mean, I had this beard for like since like I was like 17 or something. I like when I was really young, I always looked like older. I remember when like my friends used to send me to buy alcohol because like I went in, the shopkeeper didn't even ask for my ID. He was like, take it. I was like, sure. I was 17.
Don't admit to crimes online. Don't admit to stuff like that on stream, please. I know it's a fairly common thing. It's good. It happens, but don't admit to stuff like that.
I mean, it's in Hungary, you know, it's like a rite of passage, you know, to like grow up and do stuff like this. Good night, Thomas.
See, I was a good boy. I never had anything to drink until I was 19. Even when it was offered to me at parties and things, I just didn't drink. Just didn't feel like it. I don't really drink nowadays either, so.
Yeah, I mean, here we mostly do stuff like I think like yeah, I had a friend who like when he turned 20, he was like, okay, I'm putting alcohol down.
Yeah, I get that. I had a good few months at the start of my university career where I went really hard, but that was pretty much it. I stopped drinking quite quickly. What do we need? I forget what's.
Maybe let's open.
Let me just have a look at the CAD. I know we're gonna need the little M3 pins. I know we're gonna need some M3 by 10s.
I got a kit too.
Right. Where is it? Where's the XY assembly? There we go. And thread block. Okay, so we need the M5 by 15mm pin, the M3 pins, M5. Where are the M3 pins? Where did I put the M3 pins? I had them earlier. Oh, as all my streams go, it just descends into me looking for things that I had earlier.
I'm not the only one losing stuff.
Yeah, I'm losing them. Yours didn't exist to begin with.
I mean, to be fair, I remember some of them in that box. I just couldn't find them now.
Right. We'll need the grease nipples. I might as well install them if I've got them, even if I'm not going to use them. We're going to need... Now, these washers aren't really the same ones that I spec'd, so I'm going to have to see if they work out the same. I think they'll be fine. But I just don't know yet.
These Amazon washers.
Yeah, the washers.
Oh.
So the spring-loaded washers. Need those. The problem is that these are wave washers. These are wave washers, and if you line them up in a certain way, they cancel each other up. So hopefully, basically, you're only using one really thick version of these rather than having two. The Belleville washers that I have are almost conical. They're just really stubby cones. So no matter what direction you orient them in, those will always give you the same spring pressure, whereas these ones, they're not always. I don't know if they'll work. We'll see how they perform.
I mean, we will see. I will make sure to, stress test them.
Yeah. As you should. 3 by 40 and 3. That's M3 by 10. So, need some M3 by 40s.
Exactly, David. Let's just blame UPS. It's UPS's fault.
Hey David, how you doing, bud? It's been a while since I've seen you on stream. Glad I came to this part. I have no idea what's going on with the new anti-backlash nut design. And, well, we'll show you in a second. Also, welcome, Jonathan. Welcome. And leave a like for fuck's sakes. Thomas says before he left. Yeah, if you guys like what we're doing, make sure you leave a like. Simple as that. Awesome. Right, I think I have everything. No, I don't have everything. I need M3 by 30s and M3 by 40s. This is the annoying part of not having a manual. It takes so much longer to figure out what you need of each part. Like, I have to sit there for the CAD. Okay, so, final list of things that we need. We need M3 by 40s, M3 by 30s, M3 by 10s, M3 by 20 pins, M5 by 15 pins, the brass nut bit, the brass nuts themselves, and the disc springs. Right?
I got everything. That's all.
Awesome. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the brass nuts. And I believe it's an M3. On the plates, it's just M3 by 10s. And on the main body, it's M3 by 30. So I'm doing the plate side stuff first.
Oh yeah, I'm doing the plate too.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, we might as well do all three anti-backlash nuts because it saves us having to do that assembly later.
Oh yeah.
And I can explain how they work because I've explained I've explained this on stream like 5 times now. I think it's one of those things that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Only thing I wanted to say, I mean, like it's good that we are doing, all of them, because like this gives my PONS time to print.
We're not getting those done by the end of stream, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for free. I'm not waiting till the end of stream for something that can also just be added afterwards. It's going to be easy enough to add, don't worry. It'll take like 10 minutes.
Oh my god, 10 minutes.
You can tell he's young because he thinks 10 minutes is long.
I mean, I can do a lot in 10 minutes, and I can walk to the shop. Yeah, I think that's it. But still.
Oh, Brisket. Brisket is a master at dropping the worst bombs I've ever smelt whilst on stream. It's always on stream as well.
My cat usually does that, like, in the most inconvenient time. Like, usually I don't smell anything, but like, when I'm trying to go to sleep and like, I'm all relaxed and everything, and then I just smell holy, and it's so bad. And I have like a little air cleaner by my bed. I
Yeah.
actually got that when I got Milo. I was like, let's just get that, because I'm, planning to use a mister and everything. And I just always turn it on into like to the max, because like, nah, I'm not sleeping like this.
I have a little VOC meter. I have a little VOC meter. And occasionally Brisket will fart so badly that he'll trigger the VOC meter, and it will trigger my filters for this room.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right, and then the ones on the main body now. It's the M3x30s. I tried to keep M3x40 and M3x10 as the most common M3 types, but there are just some parts that needed M3x30s. I couldn't get away with everything. I tried to reduce it as much as I can, but nothing's perfect. So I'm sorry. You can throw hate at me in every comment section of every video from now on if you want, people. Jormungand does that everywhere anyway, so. Oh, Jonathan, how are you doing? How are you doing? Same with you, David. Believe it's either. I think I've seen Jonathan on stream before. I think I have. I may be wrong there. If not, welcome. I feel like you don't need a music change. Let's guys some hi-fi beats, shall
And my 30s for the block.
Yeah. Yep, it's the Roomba. I've checked in here before. Enjoying my cup of noodles on my lunch break. Oh, man. I miss cup of noodles. I haven't had noodles in a long time. This is what I get for eating healthy and making all my food from scratch. God damn it. Yeah, everyone's got a different Discord name compared to their YouTube name. So there's loads of people who come to stream and then I just completely forget that I completely forget what their YouTube name is, and they'll just pop in every now and again. And I'll go, oh, you must be new. Nope. Straw Dog, not me. Yeah, you're the same. You're ever present. Ever present. Alright. Luckily, they still have a bit of what I was looking for. Why did I take all these pins out? Why did I do that? Why did I do that, folks? How many blocks do you have left, Hans?
One. Yeah.
One more. Okay. Do you see the side that has the little step on it on the main block?
Yep.
Yeah. The two center holes are for the M3 pins. So just slide those in when you can.
All right.
Cool. Right. Not me. Probably gonna pick up some stock for more fourth axis fun when finishing eating. Oh yeah. You're gonna remember to tighten your collar this time. Sure, look, I've only got 11 messages on Milo Discard. Those are rookie numbers. I swear I've seen Strawdog more than just 11 times. I feel like I've seen him more. I might be wrong. Every day I come closer to just determining that I have Alzheimer's. It does run in my family as well, and it's not uncommon in my family to get early onset Alzheimer's. So it's one of those things where it could very well happen. Also, appeasing my girlfriend. She wanted an ice cream holder. So that's what that is, if anyone was wondering. The couple who designed this, weirdly enough, I'm pretty sure it's a couple who designed these. They're called Leha Designs, and they've had a few viral STLs that they've made. But I'm pretty sure the guy in that relationship is also someone. I think his name is Marcus Leha, and he was one of the original people I learned CNC from, and then he disappeared. But I am pretty sure that he is one half of a couple that makes these. Which is just a weird turn of events. Because he used to do... He's the only reason I know how to tram a mill properly. And then he also made a print NC at one stage. And he made really, really good videos. German guy. He's either German or Austrian. And he's now making random trinkets for 3D printing. He doesn't do the YouTube side he doesn't do the other YouTube side of it anymore. Company I work for is building machines for testing drugs against Alzheimer's. Probably one of the biggest focuses on the drug industry right now. Maybe we'll cure you one day. Maybe. I have been told that Alzheimer's is a lot higher probability-wise if you have something like ADHD or ADD. So, who knows?
Sounds amazing.
I will be flooding Discord when I have built the V2 kit. CAS is ready and the electronics is done. Linux CNC with FlexiHal is done as well. Nice! Well, Linux CNC with FlexiHal is done until you start running into issues when you actually get your installation done. A project is never done. It just gets to a stable state until you want to do more shit to it.
Yep.
Awesome. Have you installed the pins?
Yes, I have them.
Awesome. So this is a bit of a tricky part. What you're gonna do,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say you only need one of these wave washers, these wave style washers.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think we'll need two,
Okay.
because these are slightly different from the ones that we actually spec. Right? So you're gonna stick it on the plate side and stick it on the brass bearing, the brass nut, just like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you're gonna slide this piece onto the two pins that were installed on the main body and press it down all the way so that part doesn't move anymore. I love a challenge, Jake. Everyone loves a challenge. Until you actually get into the challenge, and then you hate the challenge. I do this step one at a time. I don't bother doing it for the other two blocks right now. Then you'll need four M3 by 40s, and we're going to put them in the top corners of the compression plates. Given the pain of global hell, I feel like Linux CNC is a natural progression upwards for me. Maybe I'll build V2 and go the FlexiHell route. If you are going to go Linux CNC, go for one of the supported controllers, like the FlexiHell. Make your life a little bit easier for yourself. Right? I appreciate the people who are trying to get Linux CNC to work on Sylar. I appreciate it. But we've had 3 people start, and I only know of one person who's continuing on with it. Sometimes just getting the product done is better than getting it perfect. And I say this for pretty much everyone who joins the design team. One of the things I say when you join is when you join the design team, please don't commit to something that you aren't going to be able to finish. Because we've had so many people join the design team in the past, say that they're going to do something, and then disappear off the face of the earth, and never ever contact us again. And it's the worst thing, because you promise your community something. You're promising the people around you that this thing is going to be made, and then it doesn't get made, and that's a real disappointment. And it's also a really bad for like our, not street cred, but our reputation. If we're known as the guys who never get anything done. What's been dropped off? What do you mean? Oh, kitty cat.
Yeah, he came here to play. He was like meowing at me, and he even he brought his toy, this little string.
Fair. Oh, yeah. What's been dropped off from the design team? It's early on. We had a lot of people join who said that they were going to do a bunch of stuff, or help out with the mills, or do some PCB work for us. They said, oh, they were really, really interested in joining, and then they disappeared. Honestly, it was so long ago now since I implemented the kind of community standard system that I run. If you want to join the design team, that I can't really remember what specific projects it were, but yeah. Did the cat find your missing parts, Hans, from Straw Dog?
My cat is not the best at finding stuff. He's better at making them disappear.
Straw Dog, Dave sells them now if you're in the UK. Unfortunately, I already got one from Canada before he announced it. Yeah, I think he's had a FlexiHell installed. No, actually, on his original Milo, the one that we showed off at Smurf 2023, the one that was in Nero's video, that was running Linux CNC, but it was on a FISEC. It's like a big cat. Puma, Panther, FISEC, Cheetah? Might have been Cheetah. Something like that. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Was it a FISEC? I feel like it was FISEC Cheetah. Right, are we ready?
No.
Okay, so slowly, what I want you to do is, when you do get to this point, I want you to compress each corner as much as it will go.
All right.
Oh, I've got.
I mean, I'm still at the.
It's all right. You continue doing that. I need to add M5s. I forgot to do them earlier. Sorry, the M5 heated inserts. And I'll do those whilst you're messing around with the screws. It's always weird going from like an M3 heated insert, which just slides in, to having to really put a bunch of pressure down on the M5 ones.
Yeah. I remember when I started 3D printing and I first installed M5s, I was like, wait, am I doing something wrong? These really don't want to go in there.
Yeah, you really
like this screws.
Like, I set my just so I can have them ready for stream, and because I'm constantly swapping between M5 heated inserts and M3 heated inserts. My soldering iron temperature is set to 270, which is above the recommended for M3 inserts, but you really can't do any M5s with less than that. It just wicks away heat too quickly. Okay. Are we ready?
Wait, there are recommended temperatures?
You
oh no, I'm still like the... Yeah,
you generally don't want to go above the temperature that you printed the part at. So ABS is, you generally want to go a bit lower than it actually. So say you print ABS at 250, you generally want to have your iron set at about 240, 230, and you want to let gravity push the inserts in. If the insert starts to spin, it's not making proper engagement with the plastic. But at the same time, I don't think it matters for most day-to-day things.
Yeah, I mean, I might just, usually set my soldering iron to 300 and just forget about it. I mean, my 1.5 is still working.
If I start with a lead screw setup, is it easy enough to convert the V2 at a later date, or would it be a full strip down? To convert the V2 to ball screws? Or are you trying to say convert V1.5 or V1.6 to V2? Which one are you talking about?
I think he's talking about starting lead screws on a V2 and then converting that to ball screws.
Yeah, it's a fairly involved strip. It's pretty much a strip down. It's a strip down and rebuild.
But it's not hard.
No, it's not as hard. There's obviously things that you can leave, like a lot of the structural stuff you can leave, and you can just pull the axes off. honestly, I wouldn't even think about doing ball screws on the Z-axis. I'd leave that as a TR8 lead screw. And then the only axes that really matter for ball screws, if you want to do them, are the X and Y. Is there a ballpark estimate for V2.0 GitHub going public and/or release candidates? Well, the release candidates are all being done through principals, effectively. So those release candidates, there were 5 release candidates internally before V2 got finished. So we're happy with
Jake,
go ahead.
did you say I should torque down the M3s, the plate, till I can't, basically?
Not until you can't, because then you'll just strip the screws, but until the plate stops moving. So that little spring washer inside should be as flat as possible without torquing it down so much that you're just going to strip them.
Because
the
plate is almost touching at this point.
Yeah, it's almost. There should be like 2 millimeters, like 1 or 2 millimeters of space. Just let me answer Paul's question here. So everything's ready. We just need we could probably set up a GitHub and set up the docs for everything except the manual right now. The print list is done. The BOM is done. The only thing that's missing, the CAD is done. The STLs are done. Everything's done. The only thing we need to do is actually sit down, get it all together, and then we also need the manual. And Bright is our manual guy. He writes all our manuals now. So go bother him and push him to start getting that manual finished. Right? Are we all set on your side, Hans?
Yeah.
Awesome. So the idea for these compression plates is the 4 screws that we have on this side, right? These are temporary. We're going to take those out and we're going to use them to fasten these blocks down later on. For now, what we're going to try and do is we're going to thread our rod in, and you should always have these greased beforehand. I'm not doing that right now because I'm just showing them off. And we're going to do this in an X pattern. So if you start at one corner, you then go to the opposite corner, right, and loosen each bolt off until, just slightly, just a half turn or a quarter turn, until the entire threaded rod, sorry, the entire lead screw starts to go in to both of the brass nuts. Sometimes this is easier to do with a drill. Sometimes you need to modify how many washers you're using. Sometimes you need to spin the brass nuts 90 degrees. It can be a bit of a pain, but just be patient and you'll get there. So we're loosening it up slowly, slowly, slowly. And the benefit of doing it this way is it means it's self-adjustable afterwards. So even if the lead screw starts to wear down slightly, it will adjust itself to fit. It's a little bit more fiddly at the start, but a lot less fiddly later on. If you heard that squeak, that's why I say you should lubricate these beforehand. Sometimes just having that drill makes it a little bit easier. So you'll see now if I take all 4 of these screws completely out, we're going to do a wiggle test to see if we've set it properly. I will be doing a video on this, don't worry. No worries, Paul. How long have we been going for? Hour and 40 minutes. Right, so I can feel that that's moving quite a bit still, so I'm going to undo everything that I've just done and then add another washer. And start all over again. Effectively, you're just trying to get it so that the threads on the compression plate line up with the threads on the main body. What length of lead screw for each axis? I believe I set them to be the same. I think they're both 550. 550 for X and Y. I think this is 300 on Z. It's in the BOM. Double check the BOM first. The BOM has the right length. And you remember, you can, if you're unsure, it's fine to go too long. It's not fine to go too short. Are you understanding the AB process, Hans? Are you getting what I'm...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get it. I'm going to go straight for the drill this time to see if that helps. I do have my torque setting to like mid. Brisket doesn't like the sound of my drill. If you are doing this yourself with the drill, please don't torque your hand out. There we go. You just don't like the sound that it makes, do you?
Oh, yeah, it makes quite interesting sound.
Yeah, this is why I say they should be greased beforehand. You can put a bunch of grease into that grease nipple, or just use the hole as it is and use a grease gun. If you actually, I'll link a really good video that Mandic made a while back. For a grease gun. Did he? I can't find the video. Ignore me. Ignore me. Looks like it's about that time of night where most people are dropping off the stream. Ah, what the hell? I cannot get this to be the right thickness. Are there extra ones in the kit? The auto greaser kit might be a bit overkill, yeah. Okay, how many do I have? 2, 4. Right. I could do 3 per AB block. I'm not sure if that's what LDO intends to do. Hans, how many are you using?
How many? Which the grease net? Nipples?
No, not the nipples. The washers. Because I can't get a good compression.
I mean, I'm still trying to take off the screws to test the one washer, but I mean, yeah. I think my little compression plate tolerances are a bit tight because, like, I am screwing it into the plastic.
Ah.
I might, just grab a drill this in a second and just drill it out because this is taking way too long. I couldn't even hammer it down. I tried. I mean, this trusty hammer got me through the ball screw build too. Like, when I was upgrading to the ball screw, and like there was like exactly. I think that's the reason why my epsilon axis is like working still, because like I really hammered that ball screw into the bearing, and that stuck there forever. I think.
I was gonna say precision. Precision piece of equipment, precision ball screw, and hammer do not live in the same. They should never live in the same sentence, Hans. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I mean, it's there now.
Oh my god.
To be fair, the ball screw I hammered in already got a little bit of clipping damage, so I don't think my hammering really mattered. Bless you.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, buddy. Calm it down. Daniel! If you choose boost... Why are messages being deleted? Why are a load of messages being deleted? The last 2 messages. Can I use conical washers? I was wondering if I could use... Yes, that's what we have. That's the spec that we have is conical washers. I just don't... LDO didn't send conical washers with us. With the kit. They sent wave washers, which are not the same thing. And they shouldn't be treated the same. So... This is a conical washer, right? So you can see that it doesn't sit flat. It doesn't sit flat. It comes to a cone. That's the spec that we gave LDO. These are the ones that came with the LDO kit. These are wave washers, so you can see how there's like a little wave in them. Now, if you take 2 conical washers, and press them against each other, like that, no matter what direction they go in, right, there's a little space that goes in between, and that acts as a spring. if you try and do that with wave washers, what ends up happening is the two waves try and meet each other, right? And they index up against each other, right? And they don't do anything, right? They don't add to each other. And if you flip them over, the same thing occurs. They index against each other, and then they don't work. So I'll give them a try. Like I'm trying with them, but they're not the right thing that we asked for. They marry up, yeah. In the V2 bomb, it mentioned to get ball screws without machined ends. That's just so that they're cross-compatible. So they're cross-compatible with the 8mm lead screws, which don't have any machined ends. Also, you don't tend to find very many ball screws that are 8mm diameter that do have machined ends. Yeah, Jose, I'll try. I'm giving these a good shot, alright? But if they don't work, I am gonna have to put this kit build on hold for a bit until LDO can send me some. I need to make sure, because these are really important. These are what make these anti-backlash nuts, right? If these aren't proper, then I'm gonna have to reject the kit. Either way, I messed up because I did not remove the M3 screws. That's fine. It feels like this is working. Yeah, there we go.
How many did you need to add?
I needed 3. Luckily, the kit comes with 9 washers.
I mean, it would have been pretty sad if we had to put the V2 build on hold again.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. It feels like it is working. It feels like a lot of pressure still, though.
And how did you put the 3 on? Did you just marry them together, or?
Yeah, it doesn't matter which direction you put them together because they're mirrored images. They'll marry up no matter what orientation. Also, hey Jose, how you doing? Do you have to run off to dinner earlier? Sorry that you have to take yours apart, bud. That sucks.
I already got it apart.
There's a bit of plastic that's broken off from something. It's not a 3D printed piece of plastic, so I'm not too worried, but something's been broken off from something.
I mean, I have P1S poop all over my floor because my cat is stealing them.
Running around like crazy, getting ready for Earth tomorrow. Oh man, don't make me jealous. Don't make me jealous. I love Rep Rap festivals. Smurf is my favorite thing I do pretty much every year. I love it. I love being there. I love the atmosphere. I love not being the only nerd in the room. Or not. I love not being the biggest nerd in the room, even. Right, that's on, but it's now quite hard to turn. Alright, I'm going to put some grease on it. I'm going to try and get it turning by hand. Or drill assist. Brisket, it's okay, buddy. Right, a lot better now. Gosh, it's alright, bud. It's alright. I know you don't like the sound of my drill. I know you don't like the sound of my drill. Okay? Okay? Alright, that feels good enough. This is a very unscientific way of doing this. It's a very unscientific way of doing this. Did you guys hear the battery low on my earphones? No. Okay, good. But if you turn the clutch down to like between 5 and 10 on a drill and it starts to bind up, I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for his behavior. It's okay, bud. It's okay. Yeah? Yeah? Everything's gonna be fine. If you manage to turn your clutch down to below 5 and it still spins without the clutch going off, your motors will have enough power to move the axis. I'd say that's a good kind of that's a good kind of testing ground for most people, if you have a drill and you can spin it. I am going to say, because we've been streaming for 2 hours, I'm going to say finish getting these ready off stream. Brisket!
Alright.
God damn, dude. Calm it down. Yeah, we're going to end the stream in a few minutes. Take some questions for the end of the stream like we always do. We'll finish getting these screws ready and then we'll continue on probably next week. I'm not off until Tuesday. I'm in for the next 4 days, I'm afraid. How does that sound, Hans?
I mean, I'm free for whenever. I think the earliest day I will be busy is like next week Friday or something like that. 'Cause that's when I'm going on a date. But other than that, I'm usually free.
Oh, he's going on a date, ladies and gentlemen. He's going on a date. See, he's putting women first instead of Milo. How dare you?
I mean, just so you know, save my own skin. I did just spend all of my money on my Milo. So.
That's fair.
And I mean, I did order a camera stabilizer for the shorts, and I don't know where that is. Like, it's coming from Hungary, and it's now the second week, yeah. And I wrote them another email, and they are like, "Be patient, it's on the way." But like, how?
Okay.
Right,
folks. We'll open up for questions for the last 2-3 minutes, and then if no one has anything to ask, we'll end stream there. Also, Jose, if you're still in chat, modify if you could possibly modify whatever documentation LDO is going to come out with for these to say that they need 3 of these wave washers. That would be preferable if possible, because the way we have them spec with conical washers, doesn't line up with the way that these work. This works. I'm not going to say it's not working. Just please make sure that LDO knows it. What is the torque on the LDO Nemas? I'm not actually sure. I asked them for a minimum of 175 ounce inches, but I'm not too sure. Where is my other motor? It might say on the actual motor body. Sometimes it does. If you want to know, yeah, okay, so needs minimum 9 of them. Yeah, I did get sent 9 of them, so they might already be aware of them, but maybe add a 10th one in there just so they have an extra one, because they're quite small and easy to lose. I can tell you the model number if you want to look the model number up. So it's LDO 57S TH86-3004A IP65. I'll see what I can find myself. So they're 3 amp motors. They're high torque motors. Okay. They are 24 kilogram centimeters or 345 ounce inches. So they're nearly double what I spec.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, that will help me push the speeds a little bit higher. I mean, I did get like 3 newton meters of torque steppers for my 1.5, so I can push the ball screws to the limit. I really want to try 10k feeds with like high feed mills.
That means you're going to have to go twice as fast in terms of RPM for the screw than you were before. Because you were doing 10k feed before on the lead screws, weren't you?
No, I never did 10k feet, and yeah, so my ball screws are, you know, don't forget the 1210s. So.
Oh yeah, 1210s, aren't they? Yeah. I forgot that you had a higher feed. You had high feed ball screws.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's actually crazy. Right, folks. Thank you all for coming. It always is appreciated. If you like what we do here and you like the video, please make sure that you like the video down below. It always helps out a lot more than you realize. If you guys decide that you want to throw us a bit of cash our way to help fund the development of Milo, or just keep a little bit of cash for some food and some bills in our pockets, there are some donation links down in the description below. Thanks for coming. I will see you guys next week. Cheers, guys.
See you guys.
Bye now.
Wish everyone a good night.
Yeah, good night.